Yeah. Rod's hooped over. All of a sudden it's just gone. Think.
Oh no.
I've gone.
You're joking.
Everything just... It was silent on there anyway. I was like...
That's my chance gone.
I reckon for a good 15, 20 seconds, I was just stone still. Just...
Yeah.
Matt loves it.
He does, yeah.
Thrive off it. I have a panic attack every time I come in this room. I'm like, okay, here we go again.
Yeah.
Number 10. Yeah. You got this, Matt.
That's it.
I have to talk to myself in the mirror. Like,
There's a little button under the desk just in case it comes on top.
Honestly, I did that post today, like talking to the camera, like, oh my God.
I love everything about fishing. I don't so much love the anglers in general, like the... and I do like the social side, but I also do like my own side. But yeah, being able to throw myself into something creative with someone who's as talented as he is, and no doubt both of us will learn from each other.
Amazing. Might
and come out of it
more together as well. You never know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Welcome to the United Anglers podcast with me, your host, Matthew Forshaw. Make sure you like and subscribe and follow so you don't miss any of the up and coming episodes. If you want to send us a voice note, hit us up on the email below. Follow us on all socials, and I hope you like the next episode. Right, welcome back to United Anglers podcast. We've got Charley Lucas, aka Boilliebus Media, sitting opposite me. How are you doing, mate?
Very good, mate. Yeah, thanks for inviting us down.
No, thanks for coming down, mate. So let's just dig straight into it. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and what you do for a living.
Yeah, so I grew up council estate in Crystal Palace. Yeah, fairly sort of deprived upbringing, if you like.
Right, okay.
Rough school. Yeah, not a lot going on where I lived, and yeah, I've sort of navigated the fishing scene through with my old man, and I didn't really see him too much when I was younger, and those little sort of snippets of him coming back in and out of my life, sort of thing, really sort of maybe shaped why I do what I do now, and why I'm so passionate about. Yeah, being on the bank and passing that on to my boys. For a living, so I left school when I was 16. So I went to a rough school. I left with really good grades. I was always really clever.
Okay.
But just not, I suppose, one that paid attention too much. I was more interested in making people laugh. And
okay, like the joke of the class.
That's it,
Yeah, I feel you there.
Selling anything I could get my hands on. I was a bit like one of those blokes you see in like the prison films where it's like you need to get hold of something, he'll sort it out, he can get it for you, sort of thing.
Charlie can get it. Is that what it was?
Would you like one of those that like used to? Because me and my mates used to buy like a bulk of like refreshers or something from school on the way to school and then sell them for like extra money. We used to make like 10p on each one or something. And like that stupid stuff, like, and then obviously as you get older, you would probably end up selling other things. But
I sort of built a bit of an empire with it. I started off with, it was like Mars bars and cans of Coke, and I used to do like a little like Charlie special deal. Can't remember what it was. It's like a can of Coke and a Mars bar for £1 or something like that.
That's not a bad deal nowadays, is it?
That's a good deal. Inflation's killed us, so that's a good deal.
I used to make a fortune on it. Like when I left school and I started doing my carpentry apprenticeship, I was earning probably about the same amount of money while I was doing that. I was on like 150 quid a week or whatever.
Yeah.
When I started working, but I was one of them. I was always, I think it's where I grew up as well played a big part of that. That's what you had to do. Like we didn't have anything. You had to earn your own money.
Yeah, you hustle and bustle sort of thing.
100%. And that's kind of stuck with me throughout my life really. Like I started out did my carpentry apprenticeship, working with my granddad, and
cool. Your granddad a carpenter?
My granddad was he was a master carpenter. They used to call him El Carpenter to the stars.
All right.
He worked on loads of famous people's houses and stuff like that.
Right.
I think he built his biggest claim to fame. I'm not sure it was Rowan Atkinson or Rowan Atkinson's agent, but he built a cattery in their house, like back of their house or something or other. So
that's a bit of claim to fame there.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Was that like first fix or second fix? He was like specialising.
He did. Yeah. My granddad did both. I was more inclined towards the second fix stuff.
Yeah, the finals.
And I did my apprenticeship. It's just a terrible time to do it. It was around like the time of like the financial crisis, 2009.
Yeah,
the building industry got hit hard. I'm guessing we're probably similar sort of age, aren't we? I'm 34.
Yeah, well, 35 on Sunday, so yeah.
Yeah, so and you're in the trade as well, aren't you?
Yeah, plumber.
Yeah.
Up the plumbers.
Up the plumbers. It's the electricians you've got to worry about.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And yeah, I did my apprenticeship. Had a little run of work after that, but things started to really slow up, and I ended up packing it in and getting a few jobs in like doing different things like sales basically.
Okay. And
then ended up landing a job in IT recruitment in a little firm in Bromley, and yeah, I went from this kid that's used to, by the time I did my apprenticeship, I was earning okay money, but from going from like 150 quid a week in your first year to then some of the money you can earn like uncapped commissions and stuff, like it was completely different world. Yeah, I was like 19 years old earning a fortune and wasting like every single penny of it. Yeah, so
that recruitment industry is pretty lucrative. I've done a lot of video content, media stuff with those types of companies, and it's sort of dog eat dog out there, isn't it? And but you are right, you can earn a lot. I know some people who've earned some pretty
savage
sort of
industry
plus 2 million. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's big.
It's just like
it's like top banking. The sky is your limit. You can earn as much as physically possible. Like it's
especially if you niche down. If you go into like some special medical recruitment type stuff where they're looking for real specialist people, or like high end AI techie stuff.
That's what I do. So it's all IT focused. So I do it now for like SAP ERP systems. But yeah, like I said, there's big money in it. With that, it's sort of cutthroat industry, and it's all very like work hard, play hard, and that I spent 10 years doing that, and wasting a hell of a lot of money, I suppose, while doing it. And
that's a culture thing, though, isn't it? Like
massive.
You said, work hard, play hard. Like I've earned this, I'm going to go reward myself, and then what do you come out at the end of it with?
Age thing as well, maybe.
Probably
maturity. I think you mature through it, and that's I got to a point where like my eldest son, Oscar. Yeah, I was 22 when he was born, and
so still fairly young.
Still young, mate. Still young. So my dad's the same. My dad was young. I think my dad was like 19 when I was born. So we've got 3 generations of carp anglers that are between the age of 11 and like 50. What is he? 71, 54.
Wow.
So
that's quality.
It's cool. Yeah, it's really cool.
Do you ever go out as like a family or anything?
We do, and it's nice. Cool. Yeah, it's nice. We don't do it as much as I wish we did.
Yeah.
It's hard though, isn't it? I mean, all my family fish as well, but the amount of times a year that we actually fish together is next to none. Like,
no,
it's hard to do.
No, it's really, really tricky. But we do. Yeah, my relationship with my dad has become. It's been fractured over the years, but we've every so often we've rekindled things, and I think we're so similar. There's a bit of a clash there, and we've always had that. But we're more like mates because of the age difference as well. We are much more like mates than we are father and son.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm ever thankful for him for getting me into fishing, and that was my thing back then. I've only realised this as I've got a little bit older, and especially when I sort of moved away from that play hard scene and going out drinking and doing things I shouldn't have been doing.
Yeah.
Which is 4 years in December since I've last even had a drink. Like,
I was going to say, normally we cheers a beer and stuff, but I've matched what you're having and having a tea and a water. But I
wasn't sure whether you'd have stuff like that. I've seen on your things before. You got beers and IPAs, and I was going to bring my own flask, mate. I
don't drink anything, me. But you said that you don't drink, so obviously want to respect that. And yeah. So 4 years you've been.
Yeah, nearly 4 years, and it sort of coincides a little bit with how I suppose my intense period of fishing. Like, I've always had fishing in my life.
Yeah.
My he always tells a story about, I think when he took me when I was like 4 or 5, I was sitting on his lap and fell into the lake, and his whole thing is like, he got that first taste of lake water and he hasn't looked back since, the rest is history sort of thing. Yeah. There might be something in that, I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
But I've always had this thing, I think, with my dad, and growing up in like a separated parent situation, I didn't have that father figure or male role model in my life, which I've later come to realise how important that is.
Yeah.
And that's what I've learned about my association with fishing, is like actually being outdoors, being on the bank by the water, doing that thing. I think subconsciously reminds me of my time as a kid with my dad.
Yeah.
And how special it was in those times.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't think if I wouldn't have made the decisions I've made recently in life, I wouldn't have learnt that about myself for a start.
Right, okay.
I wouldn't be where I am now with my fishing and getting more involved in the media side of things.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been applying myself in that same way. So,
do you think that you stopping drinking and having a clearer, clearing the mind, clearer clarity on like, because I've read a lot of things and listened to a lot of things on Instagram and stuff where people stop drinking, how like over a certain period of time you have such clarity and you just have such motivation and you're a different outlook on life completely. Do you think that's taken them?
It does, and I think it goes back to what we're talking about, the maturity thing. Like when you've got kids, it's like life events happen, and then your perception of things completely change. I think we'll probably touch on that in a bit about my sort of this literally last weekend going back down to SWS and being around some of those guys and how important a role perception is with things, and that goes into going into a new campaign, your whole mindset towards everything. And I suppose I've sort of snowballed this throughout my life from those early days, and working in a tough industry and being very sink or swim just throughout my whole life, really, just constantly being in this like next wave of new hustle, new challenge. 22 years old, brand new baby to deal with, and family to look after. All them sort of pressures as men. I look back now and I think, how could I deal with that situation? And how I would have dealt with it then probably would have been going out the following weekend and getting hammered, and going out on a Friday, coming back on a Sunday, getting in the doghouse and rinse and repeat. So
it's like an escape, isn't it? Or escape from like the pressure and the stresses of life. That's the thing I struggle with, I think, especially in recent years, is like I can be off the drink for quite a while, like not drink for a few days and stuff in the week and stuff, and be absolutely fine and really enjoy it. Like work, I'm buzzing, I'm firing off all 4 cylinders, like feel healthier. But then something might happen and it just throws me back. And then I'm like, I've had a stressful day, I'll come home, I'll crack a beer, and then I'll drink 4 beers that evening on like a Wednesday or Thursday night. And then because I've kind of had a drink, what I find with myself, I have a drink on a Wednesday or Thursday, then I'll do it again until Sunday. I'll drink it.
You're in the groove then, aren't you?
I'll be in the groove, and I've already ruined my week in my eyes. So I'll just drink until Sunday, and then I'm like, right, Monday, back on no drinking. But it's just like something stressful happens in life, and it's so easy just to turn to alcohol or something like that, and just to unwind and take the stress away. That's something I'm kind of like trying to work out at the moment, because I love having a drink. I love socialising with friends. I definitely have like a fear of missing out as well if I was completely sober. But there's the other half of me is like I really enjoy being sober and not drinking, and like the benefits from it. So I'm like proper on the fence at the moment, and like having that sort of like battle with myself every week. Like
that's interesting. I bet there's a lot of people who have that as well.
Yeah, this is what I mean. I think it's quite a big thing in young men, especially the stress and pressure of life, and it kind of,
But a good thing is nowadays is that beforehand people wouldn't talk about it. Now, like some people bemoan social media and stuff, but there's platforms out there where people can see men talking very openly about their mental health, about wanting to better themselves, wanting to change their lifestyle for the good and for the future. So, I me personally, like I said, I'm just incredibly grateful for what fishing gives me. And very grateful for my dad for instilling that into me at a very, very young age. And
that's amazing as well, considering that you had a stop and start relationship with your dad from the start, and now you can look back and say like you're so like thankful for that he showed you that, and you're still so passionate about it, and it's kind of helped you through hard times in life. Instead of going to drink and drugs and stuff like that, you turn to fishing and put it into something positive rather than something negative.
I'm one of them. Like again, maybe it's because of my background and how I've grown up, but like I always have to have something that I'm driven towards. Like I have to be working towards a new goal. Like whether it's a different fish that I'm targeting, whether it's something I want to be doing at home, something I want to be trying to encourage my boys to do. getting out and doing more of the filming stuff like I'm doing now, and trying to raise awareness for good causes. Like this weekend just gone down at SWS, they have their charity match every year.
Yeah.
And I think last year they raised 12,000 odd for men's mental health. The Men's Mind Project is called.
Yeah. And
a charity called the Autism Apprentice, which helps families to sort of battle the system a little bit, because it's pretty broken when kids are having difficulties and likely to be on the autism spectrum. There's a process that goes through has to be defined by the schooling system, the paediatricians, and you have to make an application to gain the extra money for the grant for their place in a like a special provision school.
Yeah.
Or like a mainstream school with a special provision that's attached.
Right.
And they help families to navigate some of the appeal process and stuff. And
is that SEN? Is that what they call that? Special educational needs. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
My mum was like a special needs teacher for nearly 12 years.
Oh, really?
Like. Yeah, she sort of went into it, worked in a school, and it was like fucking hardcore.
It's tough, man.
Yeah,
like
really
hats off
tough,
to them people that can do that.
Because there's like mainstream schools, and then you might have a couple of kids who have mild help, and then they need a little bit of help, and they get that SEN, don't they? And then you actually have other kids who need like a lot more support.
Full-time.
Yeah.
And she worked in one of those schools, and man. Like,
but I mean, you look at all of the the whole country and the situation that you're seeing. There's a lot of procedures. You look at immigration, you look at all these small boats that are coming over, all this sort of stuff. There's so many things that are broken right now.
Big time.
And privileged to play a very small part in filming that for those guys to raise money. I think in the end they raised 23,300 quid.
Wow.
Oh, amazing.
So they doubled what they did last year.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Give
hats
that a
off
shout
to
out.
all of them at SWS Fisheries.
Yeah, big shout out to those
all the guys involved. Jake Anderson from Solar that's heavily involved with organising it, and incredible.
So tell us a little bit about. So you say that you're getting into obviously the media side of things, the filming side of things. Is that what you're going to be focusing on moving forward, like work wise? And
yeah, so I mean, I do work in IT recruitment still, and I do enjoy it. I've done it for so long, and like anything, you do something for so long, like with your fishing, you become good at it. A lot of it's muscle memory.
Yeah.
And there's aspects that I enjoy about it, but it's no secret that long term, that's what I want to try and move more towards. I only just discovered cameras and photography through carp fishing.
Yeah.
And maybe sort of playing into what I said about my nature and my background. I'm driven. Like once I get my teeth into something I enjoy,
you're fully focused.
I'm locked in. I'm locked into that thing, and it's exactly the same. If there's a fish that I want to catch, I'll turn over.
Good trait to have.
Yeah, and it helps me. It helps me in my life and my fishing. So I'm doing a few different bits and pieces. I've been involved with some of the projects with the Solar Boys, doing some of like the product stuff.
Yeah, I see that recently.
Went down to Junction 12 for a couple of days. That was good. Hard to go somewhere for the first time as an angler with camera equipment that's trying to get more into the media side and fish at 100% and do media stuff at 100%.
Yeah.
That was really tricky.
Well, it's not an impossible task.
No.
But something's got to give, isn't it? Because like fishing on a new place like that, when you're as driven and as passionate as we are about angling, I would struggle to be focused on the job at hand and enjoy the fishing at the same time. Like that's a hard balance.
It was tricky. I mean, I turned up at, I think I had about an hour before like just complete darkness, and if you ever fish Junction 12, but it's really, really weedy. It's July.
Yeah.
So to rock up and try and make sure that you're fishing effectively, knowing that you're going to reel in at like 8 in the morning or whatever and go around and start having products dished out to you to start doing bits and pieces. Yeah, you're. If I'd have caught one, I'd have been surprised. Didn't catch one. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's not an easy lake as well now. They are more and more pressured. I know Oz Holmes just brought out a video, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying that they're more and more pressured over the years now and getting trickier and trickier. Like they got the weed and everything.
They're really flighty. I actually watched that last night. they are very flighty.
Don't like leads and stuff.
No. So obviously when I turn up and started flicking a marker float out at 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, they didn't. I don't think they liked it. No.
Just probably helped the other guys down the other.
Yeah, that's probably why they wanted me to turn up that day. So
but how did that go? Like, did you enjoy you're obviously enjoying the filming side of things?
Yeah, really, really enjoying that, and it's all been sort of born out of my own filming, my own angling, and sort of snowballing across my own videos. And I identified that there's a gap in the market, I think, on YouTube anyway, where you've got the sort of like low level, because that's disrespectful, but like you've got the vlog type content that is probably mostly filmed on people's phones.
GoPros and stuff like that.
Stuff like that. Typical bloke in a bivvy talking into his camera, GoPro set up, rod rips off, lifts into one. And there's a few guys that are really good at doing that, and I watch a few of them. And then you've got the high end content. You've got all of like the sticky reflections type films.
Really
the big
arty,
the Nash
really
ones.
Arty as well.
Yeah. And I kind of thought to myself, there's a bit of a gap here. Like, what about if someone could make stuff that lands somewhere sort of in the middle? Do you know what I mean? So that's what I tried to do. And when I made my first video, I did exactly that. It was like, I said to myself, if I can get this to be, it's never going to be as good as the thinking anglers, the sticky ones. Of course it's not. It's one bloke with a camera that doesn't even record in 4K. Do you know what I mean? But if I can get it to be maybe somewhere on the upper end of the scale between that middle, I'll be really happy with that. My first video did really well. I think it came out similar sort of time when you guys started doing the podcast.
I think I've followed you since the start of your little videos and stuff. What was the first one called?
The Overnight.
So people can see it. The Overnight.
Yeah, the Overnight.
Yeah.
So
we should link to that in the YouTube description. We'll link to also that other video you mentioned earlier, the charity one as well.
Yeah, nice one. I got loads of good feedback on that, and that's that I wanted to have a even like a little reminder to myself, really, just about how far I've come in my life. Like, don't forget about the fishing. Fishing's secondary to all of this. But I wanted a little reminder to myself to watch that back and go, God blimey, you've made some changes in your lifestyle.
Yeah.
You've gone onto a lake and you fished it as well. It's not an easy place to fish at all.
It's not a tricky little lake.
You've got depths of 37 foot. You've got all these little weedy bays and stuff, and it can be tricky. And I wanted to have that challenge. Go after the fish that live in there, and make a video of it. And it's probably a little bit arty of me, but I released it on the date of the anniversary of when it would have been 3 years for knocking the booze on the head. So
nice.
Yeah.
Now, congrats on that, mate, because it's not an easy. I've given up booze for. I had to over Christmas. I did dry January just out of mistake, really. I got told by the doctors that I needed to stop because I had some other things going on and my liver wasn't looking too good as well. And I don't think the drink was helping. But anyway, I had to stop drinking, and that month was hard. I think they say that, I don't know about what you say, but I think the first couple of months are the hardest. The first even 6 months, and then you get over it, and then you start feeling you kept seeing the rewards after that sort of time. But I've never got that far. Well,
this is again similar to almost my stage of my angling now as well. Like being a little bit like punishing yourself on purpose, almost like making it more difficult. Like I purposely chose to start that in December. And I knew if I can get through December. Probably the hardest month to not have a drink.
Yeah. 100%.
Socially and Christmas and all that. Then if I do that, I can get through January, no problem.
Yeah.
Once I've done that, what does everyone do in February anyway?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, January,
all I do is sit around blanking. Do you know what I mean? It's not. It's not.
No, February can be a good month. The weather's warm.
It was for me this year. So
it can be.
Yeah. So that's. Yeah, I'm really pleased. Really pleased that I did that. And again, I'm a big believer in fate and all that sort of stuff. And you do manifest these scenarios, and I'm really pleased with what I'm doing out there.
You're going back to the lake that you were fishing, on that video. You caught the one you wanted as well, one of the ones you wanted. And And tell us a bit about that, like how it all kind of unfolded. And I think your boy was with you, quite a special moment.
Yeah, so this was actually while I was still on SWS. I was fishing. I just come off the back of fishing on a winter ticket on Larkfield and the Railway, and keen as mustard. I've turned up there 1st of November. It was a Wednesday. I booked it off. We had I think it was Storm Kieran. Savvy Storm. I've got some wicked videos of
I remember that
of me being out there in that, and I think I only see like 2 or 3 people the entire time that I was there. It was dead as a doornail. I thought, what? How's no one here?
Yeah.
What's going on? I did a couple of nights on Larky 2 up in was I right high bank or left high bank? Left high bank, and moved for my 3rd night onto the Railway and onto Ted's Corner, and I love my snag fishing.
Yeah.
And when I walk round that lake, they've taken those snags out now, but that left hand side, it just looks like carp live there.
Yeah.
They live there. You
100%.
You know you'll catch fish there. You got to be locked up. You got to be fishing sensibly, and you definitely will catch fish. So first session on now. The good thing about the Larkfield complex is that you can obviously drive around it. So packing up stuff in the van, drove all the way around, got set up. I think this must have been at about 2:00 in the afternoon or so. We're November now, so it's probably getting dark. 3:30, 4:00ish.
Drawn in.
Yeah, and it must have been about, I think it was about 5:30, 6 o'clock. And the left-hander's just gone, run over, lifted into it, played it out this snag, got it out of the way. Obviously panicking. I'm on a railway here. Right? I know how hard this lake is.
Yeah.
This is November. This is my first session on here. Like I'm already probably feeling like I'm stepping up my angling by being here in the first place.
Yeah.
Like there's unbelievable anglers that have fished on that complex over the
lot
years.
Of history, yeah.
Yeah, and the Railway in particular is one of those really, really special lakes. Like when I cast a lead out for the first time, I was nervous. My heart was thumping. Yeah, it was. It was really surreal.
This is happening, yeah.
Really, really surreal. And I've discovered there aren't many lakes that can give you that kind of feeling. No. Anyway, playing his fish. Tipped down, giving it a little bit of helmet, and played it out. Started walking backwards. The fish now, I mean, you're only fishing short. You're only fishing like, 50 yards-ish, 45, 50 yards. I've got it in short now. The water level's quite low. I've got my waders out in front of me. It's dark, but where I've packed up after these 2 nights of blanking on Larkfield, on Larky 2, my head torch has died.
Oh no.
Right, so I'm now putting these waders on in the dark. The light's it's November, it's cloudy. There's no, you ain't seeing no moonlight or nothing. Do you know what I mean? It's not
pitch
like
black.
that. Pitch black. Anyway, got the waders on, fumbling around. I've got down into the edge. You've got to be really careful if you fish on there because the margins do slope off quite quickly.
Yeah.
Only in the edge, and rod's hooped over. All of a sudden, it's just gone. Think.
Oh no.
I've gone.
You're joking.
Everything just. It was silent on there anyway. I was like.
That's my chance gone.
I reckon for a good 15, 20 seconds, I was just stone still. Just fucking launched the rod down into the bush, down the right-hand side, just walking around with my head in my hand, just like, what the fuck has happened here?
Yeah, worst feeling ever.
How? I've later learnt, so I spent probably the last 2 or 3 years before that fishing mainly with fluorocarbon straight through. Just something I started doing and something I felt gave me a bit of an edge on certain waters that I was on.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, I should be fine, just business as usual. I know people do fish with braid on now, and I've never fished braided mainline before. And it just turns out, and I found out not long after, that, just in short, where you would never expect there to be a bar and mussel bed, there is, like, right 15 yards in front of you.
Yeah, those Medway Valley waters, so known for their zebra mussels
Yeah.
and bars and stuff, and a lot of cut-offs, unfortunately. And fluorocarbon as well, as you mentioned, it's just only have to touch it. It's as strong as rope, but as soon as it's got a little touch, it
just gets a little nip,
just
and
pass
that's it gone, and that's what done you.
Yeah, probably more so than mono, I'd say.
But yeah, it devastated
unlucky,
me.
yeah.
Absolutely devastated me. Just to think that after that, I was like, I've only been on here 2 minutes, and I've hooked into my first railway fish. And I know there was only sort of 2 or 3 of us that fished throughout the winter. And I think there was a handful, like a very small handful of fish. And I don't think anything got caught between the end of November, Adam Marshall, Danny Wybrow, one of those 2. I think they had one at the end of November, and as far as I know, or the people that I was talking to down there, and it's very open down there. Yeah, that was the end of the action until I think like end of February, beginning of March.
Just makes it even worse.
Switched
No
off.
one's catching.
No, there might be the odd bloke that's turned up and said nothing.
Okay,
But there's no way someone was there bagging up. Do you know what I mean? It is one of those places.
Yeah.
And I had the bit between my teeth. I was like, "Fuck you! No, I'm coming. I'm gonna bang this out until I get my revenge."
Yeah.
And I probably racked up, I don't know, another 10, 15 nights on railway, until I was like, you know what, this is packed up.
Yeah.
Like, and that's one thing about certain venues, and I've got the luxury of fishing different types. There are places, and I witnessed it this weekend on the SWS event, where you might come from fishing certain lakes in a certain area of the country, and because you can do well in that type of environment, you place yourself on somewhere like the railway. That place is a humbler for anyone. Like, you realise a lot about yourself. You go, you know what? I think personally anyway, within angling, you can get yourself to a certain level. You might be better at one or 2 things than another guy.
Yeah.
But
it's the all round, isn't it?
Yeah. And I personally hold, not I'm too bothered about what other anglers are doing, but I've got probably more respect for people that are a bit more nomadic with it and cut around in all different places and
or go anywhere and they
go
seem
anywhere
to be
and
consistent
and catch.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the ones that go somewhere and because people, obviously you do get some, but they're very, very few people that will just absolutely bag up everywhere they go.
Yeah.
So that complex. I keep talking about it. I've got a buzz for it because I've been there and filmed that charity event.
It's like lit a flame again.
It really, really has. And I bumped into Matty Hennon actually on Saturday.
Yeah. Shout out.
Yeah, big up Matty. And we were talking about it and he was like, "Oh, Charlie, you got to get yourself back down here, haven't you?"
Yeah, I know he's on at me.
Is
next
he?
year, Matt. Come on, you've got to join the boys.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. Speak to my missus.
But that's the thing though, when you're fishing somewhere like that, it's very difficult to try and balance that with other places.
Yeah.
That's what I learned anyway. I couldn't flit. I had to.
Yeah, you need to be narrow-minded. You need to be like tunnel vision, innit?
Yeah. I mean, like for example, like Matty, he's fished on that complex for years. I'm sure he's ducked and dived other places, but that geezer's caught. He's caught most of the ones worth catching, hasn't he? And
the railway
he's so
reminds me.
dedicated to it.
I've not fished railway, but I fished Big Lake, and like you said, that's a humbler as well. That's a very like put you back in your place. You think you can go around catching here, there, and everywhere, and then you come on that lake, and you're like, okay, this is a different. About a month or 2 in, you soon realise. And you're seeing them every day as well. Those fish love to show.
Oh mate,
they'll be waving at you every morning.
Yeah, it's literally like clockwork. It sounds like fucking on a railway. It sounds like a fridge has been thrown in the lake every time they come up from so deep. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's the same. Real humbler, and I've got the buzz back for that sort of angling again. I think, and I think I've gone off track here. We're talking about
and also we're talking about
capture. We're talking about
going towards the capture of your first video.
Yes, the big ghosty. Yeah. So
what happened?
Yeah, so I'd pulled off of SWS. I got to the point where it was end of March, end of April maybe, and I was just turning up and it was getting quite busy. When the going is good on there, people know about it very quickly, and it is a bit of a rat race getting into swims. Like turn up Tuesday nights and there's like 2 swims left. It might be different now. Hopefully it is, because I want to get back down there. But yeah, one of the club tickets that I'm a member of and have been for 6 years or so. They got hold of Syndicate Lake. I'm not going to name the lake.
No.
But yeah, you know what it is, and some of the listeners or viewers will know what it is. And just my type of water, like it was perfect for me.
Mega place, yeah.
Yeah, some of the fishing that I've been doing, like I've done my time on Ruxley. Those little weedy waters, it's just my thing. And I said this to quite a few people, like if you discover a type of angling that you're good at or you really enjoy, like stick with that. Do you know what I mean? Try and roll with it. Don't try and be this Swiss Army knife, where you're, I'm flinging PVA bags out. I'm thinking, then I'm fishing on the top 10 minutes later, then I'm doing this,
and
just get good at one particular thing. And I feel like I've become quite adequate at fishing weedy lakes. And yeah, this place,
which is an art in itself, because it's not easy to do so, especially those little weedy lakes.
Yeah,
big pits are different.
Yeah,
but little weedy lakes, they're fuckers. They're tricky lakes, isn't they?
Yeah,
little lakes in general, but weedy ones even more so. So yeah, hats off to you, mate. Like
I enjoy it, mate. And part of the reason for that, I think, is because it stays quite quiet. And yeah, I like socialising with my angling, but I also like my time to myself, and I'm looking forward to that for the autumn. But yeah, I got my teeth stuck into this campaign, and I was really surprised. The first day that it opened, I drove past it, because I have to drive past there to get to the railway or Luckville complex, and I decided to stop in there. I was taking Oscar, my boy, down there to do a night. And on this particular ticket, juniors or anyone under the age of 12, they're not allowed to do nights.
Right, okay.
So I thought, let me pop in there, let me have a little look. I pulled in there, looked in the car park. I'm like, there's like 3 motors in here. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
like this used to be a place that was like private syndicate.
Yeah.
800 odd quid or whatever it was a year to fish it.
Yeah.
Just got hold of it, and no one's here. So
that's what that place is like, though.
Yeah.
But then weekends can be. I've been there when there's like 10 to 15 cars, and there's 2 lakes to fish over, by the way. So you've got a little pit at the back, and then you've got a bigger pit. But yeah, spread over. You can have those mad weekends, and then all of a sudden, all week in 1 car, 2 cars.
Strange.
I loved it down there.
Yeah,
for
it's
that
brilliant.
reason.
You can
go there on a Tuesday, and you just know you're getting the same swim or the same few swims, and just work at it and just tick them off.
You can angle, mate. You can properly angle.
Like you say, going back old school style.
Yeah, and there's not much of that nowadays. No. And so I cut around. I had all the gear in the van for me and my boy. So let's have a little walk around. Let's just, we went to the open day. We had a little round. It's an unbelievable place. You go around that house bank, and you think, oh, I'd love to live somewhere like that. Like, it's just a dream. Imagine barrowing down and just being on the lake.
I know, their garden's literally back onto the lake. It's a beautiful place, isn't it?
It's unreal, yeah.
Do they own the lake, or is it just random houses?
No, the random houses in their garden. They've got long old gardens, isn't they? Beautiful, like cottagey kind of houses. Yeah. And they just back up, their fence stops, like picket fences. So they're not like big old fences. They're like nice little picket fence.
So they could just walk through.
And they can just look over the lakes that's there, really.
Yeah, they're not necessarily massive houses. Like it's like bungalows and stuff, but I bet they're worth a few quid.
Yeah.
They're
where they are as well.
Yeah. So yeah, like I was walking around. I said to Oscar, I was like, well, if we try and find some fish, like we'll fish for them.
Yeah.
Like we'll give it a couple of hours at least. Railway anyway. Like most of the bites, is very very rare. You see fish capture shots in the night.
Yeah.
Like it's all during the early morning and during the day. So yeah, there was no rush to get down there. Walking around and. These fish that's been rested for however long, I don't know how long it was closed for. I see fish everywhere. And one area I see them, I really like the look of when we did the first walk around, I think it was a month or 2 before that. And we see them out there milling around, like looked happy as Larry.
Mm-hmm.
I just said to Oscar, I was like, right, let's go and get the gear, like just a couple of little bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Literally, we was laying in the swim on a unhooking mat, like it was like proper, like nothing with us at all, no food, no nothing. It was just a couple of hours, opportunistic, and which is a shame because it's like then pouring down with rain, like we had nothing, mate. We were soaked. I think I did have a waterproof jacket with me, like I think I did see the forecast.
Yeah.
But no body or nothing, and the first one out there, like really weird looking fish. I caught it twice actually. Like really high shoulders, mad little linear thing, like mid-20. Slipped that back, jumped in a van, headed to the railway. See a couple of mates that were fishing on Larky, and this was the day before Father's Day. And then, 4:30 in the morning, just 2 singles, flung out, I think apparently further than where I'm supposed to be fishing in that swim. I got told off for one of the last times that I fished down there.
Oh, yeah. In that little bay, like, sort of area.
No, I'm talking about when I was on the railway. On the road bank side.
Yeah.
And, had this beautiful fully scaled at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, on Father's Day morning, with my boy, after just catching one from that lake.
Quality.
So, 2 fish, 2 different venues.
What a buzz.
To share that with him first thing in the morning was blinding. And weirdly, though, I was more encapsulated by this first lake. I was more like, okay, look, we've got access to this now. If it's going to be as quiet as it is, I've been really up against it, trying to get something going down here. You can't get bait going and stuff on the railway. It's just this is impossible.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, I can change the scene.
Yeah.
New fish to go after. And and I set about doing it. And I just kept motoring on through, and I was really surprised how few people were actually up for the challenge of fishing it.
I think a lot of people get put off down there. They have a little lead about, and like you say, you mentioned deep spots in there.
Yeah.
And it's got weedy corners as well. It's not all weedy, but there's some weedy areas, and I think that weedy areas can, in like 10-foot water, can be hitting the surface.
Yeah.
Like serious weed.
Especially that time of year.
And they're going to the first few swims, and they're casting out 20 yards, and they're hitting 30-foot water, and they're thinking, this ain't a bit of me, because they're coming from, no offence to some of the club members and that, but some of the other waters on that club ticket.
It's easy fishing, isn't it? It's just flicking out, and you don't have to think about it.
They've got some mega waters, don't get me wrong, but a lot of them are quite easy fishing. Yeah. And that place we're talking about is not. So I think they get put off quite easily.
Is it more challenging if it's under the water, essentially?
It's more spotty. You've got to be more precise with your lead and your marking, and you're finding your spots. You can't just be casting out, because 9 times out of 10 you're going to be hitting a weird old shelf, or just casting straight into a massive weed bed, and you're not going to catch.
And if there's weeds, essentially they can just potter around. And
they might do 2-3 sessions, because they're used to going to these other waters and catching quite a few, like maybe 2-3 fish a session, and they're going to this place and not catching. It'll just put you off, and then never come back.
This is the unusual thing about that particular club, is that there are venues that you can turn up and you can have. I fished with a geezer next to me, old boy, ended up having the big one out of there, 60 odd pound. I fished next to him one day down there doing a few hours, and he had like 330s between like 12 o'clock till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So there's no wonder those same people that have got access to that, they don't want to rock up down there and put themselves through it, unless maybe they've come from fishing a different world, whether they've maybe been on somewhere like an SWS or something, or Ruxley first, and then gone there. So I didn't care. I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna, as long as the going stays good, I'm just gonna keep doing my thing, and I slowly chipped away through them. And I was working up in London at the time, and most of my fishing, I've got a young family, so my oldest is 11, my youngest he's just turned 4, and like yourself, mate, like busy life, like squeezing
work,
fishing
busy
in.
Home life, yeah.
So that was perfect for me. I knew I could keep bait going in.
Not too far as well, is it? Like I know you're quite a local lad, but not too.
Miles away. It's probably the closest lake I've got access to. It's still like 25 minutes or so, mind you. But I just kept going after work. Really, really slogging it, like being up on the train. That's what I tried to include some of that in the video.
Yeah, I see that on your first
Me going
video,
up on the train, and some nice little artsy.
I was just going to butt in there. Like that's what I loved about that video, is because it was like showed a different look. Like it showed how hard you were working at it.
Yeah.
You're going to work in London with a backpack on, like just grinding away at work, and then you're coming back, and then you're going into this completely different environment,
different world, like two polarized things.
It's completely different. And the way you cut it was like a bit arty. It was kind of like gave it like a real nice feel. Wasn't too in your face. Yeah. Your videos as well.
That's what I wanted, and one thing I've discovered about the media side, I will get back onto the sundries. We'll get back onto the to that story of that campaign shortly. But yeah, because I've come from that carpentry background and the second fix stuff.
Yeah.
And I ended up, after 10 years in recruitment, going back to it for a few years, set my own business up and doing all of like the bespoke fitted furniture, all of this nice jazzy stuff.
Yeah.
And eventually into like set building for like TV, film and theatre as well.
Okay, yeah. No,
So
that's similar.
Pete does that, doesn't he?
Yeah, I've got this like artsy thing within me and this creative thing. And in my job, while there's a creative element of it, there's marketing involved and building your brand and creating a brand in different markets, different countries, different regions, and so on. There's still that creative element that's missing from in my life. So, yeah, I discovered that through rekindling my fishing again,
And into your films.
and then now into my films, and yeah, I'm, more.
But it shows, mate. It definitely shows in that film. It definitely got a different vibe from the first one I watched and the second one.
I got really really good feedback from people on it, and that's my, again, like, I'd like to go into things with like a bit of thought process, and my thing was that I want to make these videos to appease this creative thing that I'm missing.
Yeah.
B, because I love fishing and I'm going to be fishing while I'm not fishing, and this is something I've come to arguably even maybe enjoy more than the actual fishing itself.
Okay.
But lastly, just try to inspire people to get out and go, because I know how powerful of a tool fishing is for people. Like how much of a genuine lifesaver it is. And, you hear, I've heard some horrible stories of anglers that have taken their own lives in recent times and stuff. And, that really saddens me. But, if I can do something, I can put a video out there that, in that case, for that first one, tells a story of me and how I used fishing as my escape and to help me navigate through thinking about going out drinking and going out partying and doing whatever, and it's helped turn my life in a nice positive way.
Yeah, cool.
Then why can't someone else? Do you know what I mean? And that's what I wanted to try to get to come across, and that's why I made it about. I didn't make it about because I didn't talk about it at the beginning of the film. It's only when you get to the end.
Yeah.
I talk about how big of an impact that fishing's had on my life, and how the release of the film coincides with the 3-year anniversary of me stopping drinking and stuff.
Quality, mate. It definitely shows.
It's really interesting that, because like a lot of good filmmakers, when they start out, a lot of them will come from like an editing background and then move into directing and cinematography. But a lot of them they basically have a story to tell. And that's all human nature is sitting around a campfire telling a story, and filmmaking, more so than photography, like filmmaking, when you're piecing together and editing that story, you're trying to, it doesn't matter if it's on iPhone or some Arri Alexa or some Sony camera, like the point is you're telling a story that you think will connect with people. And I think if that's always front and center, your films will always be well received. You might or might not like them, but sometimes you don't have to have the clever gimbal drone shot. Sometimes it's about the message. Well, in fact, that's always what the successful films are, aren't they, really?
Yeah, about the message.
Like, basically, you'll connect with them. That's why Fight Club or something like that's going to connect with young, men who are like sort of stuck thinking like looking at this IKEA sort of like beige IKEA setup, and they're just like, "Fuck, is all this about?" Because it's not real connection,
Yeah, no, I'm with you, and that's that's something I think I'm quite good because of the work that I do. I'm regularly flying out and meeting, like, for example, the guy that's like effectively the CFO for the whole of the Audi Nord group in Germany.
Okay. Wow.
So we've got Audi Sud, Audi South for all our Audi stores over here. Audi Nord is for Germany, mainland Europe. I'm sitting there in a boardroom with a guy that's responsible for like €1 billion a year budget. So I'm used to having to sort of tell a story in sort of selling services for providing like specialist people and stuff. So I'm quite, I don't know, there's something in amongst all of the different things I've done in my life that sort of
you can use,
I can use and put me into a certain spot. So I love that. The storytelling part is something I really like, and I've got lots of good feedback for that. So
it's like the voiceover side of things, because it's like you'll hopefully everyone watching will watch your video and understand. But you like you say, towards the end you do the voiceover and you talk over it, and it just gave it that nice arty, different feel to the other videos and vlogs that you see out there. It came across well, mate.
Oh, thank you, mate. Thank you.
Is there any good advice you'd give to any young people who are like obviously into carp fishing or whatever, but also into filming or anything like that?
Well, yeah, actually, it's weird. My camera that I used for filming those films, and then the Grey Lady campaign and the videos that I did for Solar.
Yeah.
That camera, one of the lenses, I put up a post on Instagram and just said, look, get rid of this, blah blah blah. And yeah, a young lad that fishes on one of those club tickets, he was like, what are you looking for? Blah blah blah. And he's been trying to do some of his own YouTube stuff. I think he might have done a couple of videos. And I was like, mate, I'll sell this for less than what I probably would have wanted for it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
just for to get him off the mark.
Yeah. Really good young lad. He's just done that, the called a contender thing that they did.
Okay, did they post a photo of him the other day?
They did.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Do you know what? Lovely lad.
Yeah.
I think his old man's an angler as well. And he will no doubt go on to good things. And
fair play.
Yeah, my advice to any youngster that's trying to get involved in the media side is just throw yourself into it. Like, it's a bit weird, I think, sitting in front of camera, and you boys will appreciate this. It is quite unnatural.
Matt loves it.
He does, yeah.
Thrive off it. I have a panic attack every time I come in this room. I'm like, okay, here we go again.
Yeah.
Number 10. Yeah. You got this, Matt.
That's it.
I have to talk to myself in the mirror. Like,
there's a little button under the desk just in case it comes on top.
Honestly, I did that post today, like talking to the camera, like, oh my god. I'll just mumble my words and have to start again. It's like you say, it's alien. It's hard work.
Yeah.
But you've got to do it. And this sort of, if you want to do something like this, you've got to do it.
You will get to a more comfortable state, but then also it's like the value that people get out of it. Like some of the messages you've had about, like the podcasts you've put out there, and they're just, it feels like we're having conversations that were probably happening maybe on the bank, maybe in the pub, maybe at the BMX trails. We're having these chats, but now it's on YouTube, and people are messaging you like, oh, I really like that Paul's one or Matty's one, or like, I got something out of it. Which is really funny because you don't know that till you put it out there. Yeah, and that's the scary thing, isn't it?
Well, that's it. It's the fear of the unknown. It's going, okay, well, I'm willing to put myself in a vulnerable position here where no one's going to appeal to everyone.
No,
it's
impossible.
It's impossible. And I think getting your head around that and going, like, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm just going to do what I'm doing. Yeah. And I think if you've got a positive message behind wanting to do it, then just good karma, good things will come out of what you're doing. So that would be my advice to any youngsters: is throw yourself into it.
Do it because you
want to do it. Yeah, don't care about
don't
what
try
other
to be
people
someone
think.
else as well. It's like it kind of goes with that, doesn't it? Don't try to be someone else, because then you're just going to copy what they're doing, and you're probably not going to do it as good as them. Really, are you? So be yourself, be authentic.
I'd also argue as well that there isn't anything original since Shakespeare. Like, there's everything has got some sort of inspiration. So I would say also don't be afraid to take inspiration from things that have already proved popular. You don't have to reinvent the wheel completely. That's
good advice. Yeah,
that'd be my advice.
I mean, it's so funny, isn't it? What is it they say? Men's brains don't mature till they're sort of like 25. That front. So, or is it cerebral cortex? It's like something like that. It's like 25. Do you know what I mean? So it's like if you're 15, 16, you're mad into, skateboarding or fishing or whatever you're into, and then you're into like filming and stuff like that. You're probably not going to make anything decent for a good 10 years.
No.
Like it's just
got to be consistent.
Painting. It's just going out and trying it. What works? What do I like? Etc. And then it's not till you're 25, 30 that you've got 10 years in the can, and then you'll be like, you've maybe got a story to tell or a style.
And you've probably seen what doesn't work and what does work.
That's what I mean.
You find your own path.
It's like relationships, isn't it? It's like when you're younger, like the early relationships that you would have had. You go
kiss a few frogs and that.
Yeah, you kiss a few frogs, and I kissed a fair few, and I'm now.
Let's go into that.
That will don't get me in trouble, mate. My missus will be listening to this.
It won't go down well.
No, she gives me grief for it anyway. But yeah, it's the same thing, isn't it? It's like you just reach different stages, and outside of advice, filming, fishing, outside that in general, just to any youngster, is whatever your special interest is just throw yourself into it, and don't be afraid about what other people think, and that's my message to say my boys, my eldest in particular. He's just about to start secondary school next week, and
big important.
It's
a big time, isn't it?
It's a big time
in his life. It's a big time.
It is. We've just my missus dropped him off earlier by his school. It's quite a journey. It's like a couple of buses. Wow. We were like, we're not going to let you go to school and not experience the journey first and be all anxious about it.
Yeah, fair play.
We're just going to dump you in the middle of nowhere now, and you're going to make your own way back. And yeah, he did that earlier, and he was.
That's cool.
It was all sweet.
He was all sweet. Yeah, I was like, does anything weird happen on the bus? Normally, you see a few weird things.
It's good that you're allowing him to do that, because I feel like you can protect your kids too much as well. Because you've got to, if you protect them too much, then they're not seeing these weird things that happen in life and having to deal with them. I know that's a scary thought, but if you just protect them too much, I feel like you're just setting up to fail. When stuff does come on top, they're going to be so, oh my god, like what's happening? Whereas if you slow, like you come up in Crystal Palace, rough, like you said, it's quite rough and stuff, but that makes you who you are as you get older, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
And
kids
there's
now,
a lot to be said about that.
Kids now, you know, I've come from a working class background, and I put my son, I suppose, into like a middle class situation, because obviously I want the best for him, and you know, I don't want him to have to go through the things that I did. Like, you know, when I was at school, you know, one of the boys in my year at school was stabbed when we were doing our GCSEs. Wow. Yeah, that's the way it was. You know, it was the school itself is no longer. Yeah, it was naughty, mate. Some of the things that went on were.
And it goes on now, doesn't it?
Of course it does.
You hear it all the time.
Of course it does.
Would you change if you had the choice? Would you?
No.
Would you? Wouldn't. Everyone always says that. Like, say for instance, I don't know, something happens to you and then you end up with one leg or something, do you know what I mean? Or it's like you've witnessed a stabbing at your school and stuff. It's like that builds the character, the personality of who you are. And 9 times out of 10, people won't change it, but they won't want it for their kids.
Yeah, you know, the stabbing wasn't at the school. It was out of school on a thing. But yeah, it's.
I thought it was in a maths exam or something.
Oh no! I think on my first day, someone did get stabbed in the eye with a fountain pen, but he didn't die.
Wow.
Yeah, fireworks being let off the bank of the science block and stuff. It was carnage at my school, mate. It was.
But yeah, do you agree, or you know, that thing about, like you said, you've let him on the bus. He's got to find his way home himself. You might find the odd weirdo or the old man that might want to chat with you, or old lady, or just something weird. You know, these weird. I couldn't tell you what, but
Matt's
loads
been
of
on
things have
plenty of
happened.
buses getting his knob.
Yeah, I thought I recognised you. That.
Yeah, but.
Let me have a look.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
You know, that's my career over. Yeah, trains and buses are they're weird things.
Trams in Croydon, that's the real experience. You want to go get a tram through West Croydon?
Yeah, they tip over, don't they?
I know West Croydon, yeah.
But yeah, fucking hell, I just feel like there's that fine line between protecting your kids but showing them, you know, this is life and you're going to have to deal with certain things.
That's
what I'm trying to say.
That's really hard, that balance, because you're always going to want to protect your kids, but then
natural, isn't it?
There's no right answer with it, probably. I think it's one of them you could go back and forth with. But yeah, my style towards it is I want to be a bit sink or swim with him, and yeah, I've even been more so with the fishing recently. Like, you know, I'm said to him now, like, when we go, like, your rod, like, just take one rod with you. Mm-hmm. You set all that up. You know, you thread your tubing on or whatever, and you tie your own rigs. I'll tie a few up that you can use. Use bait screws instead of floss and blobbing down and stuff like that, just for ease. And flick them out, man. You do your thing. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, you got to be a little bit like that. I think. But yeah, my fishing with my son, like, yeah, he loves his fishing, and I've been taking him since he was, I don't know, 4 or 5. My eldest, I mean. The reason I don't talk so much about the youngest, my youngest is 4. He's got autism, and he's non-verbal, and any parent that's navigating, autism is a really tricky thing, and kids in particular being outside and in certain environments, it's just not fit for purpose. It's not fit for him yet. Yeah. I hope that things will change.
Yeah. My cousin is non-verbal.
Oh really? Yeah.
He's doing really well now. I think he's over 18. I think he's in his 20s now. But yeah, he's doing really well now.
Okay.
But I've seen growing up in our family, my auntie and uncle like deal with that, and you know, it's like constant help and support for him, because you know, like you say, in certain situations they can be easily overwhelmed and freak out and stuff, and obviously because they're non-verbal, it's hard to get their point across and stuff, and
That's
say how they're feeling. But I've seen it firsthand as well.
Well, it's really surprising how many people that, again, are talking about like the beauty of like these sort of platforms and putting the word out there. And hopefully, there's a few listeners that are hearing this and going, you know what, you're not on your own. It's a silent battle because people don't see it. You know, you're at home. You know, my home life. You know, he's every day. You know, he makes me proud, and he's you know, he's getting there. He's really doing it, and but you don't know, and there's a lot of regressions that happen. So you take a few steps forward, and then you take a couple of steps backwards, and you're like, oh, like it's really tough. And
I can imagine, mate.
Yeah, he's just about to start school. He was very lucky. I spoke about Autism Apprentice and how they help parents with the application process. My wife Sally, she's unbelievably organised, and absolute credit to her for the way that she's handled all of this with making sure that he gets a place. And the nursery that he went to, they identified patterns and behaviours that we weren't aware of, and
that's good. Yeah,
they helped us through the process, and so yeah, very thankful for them as well. And yeah, he's going to be going. It makes me feel very proud that he's going to go to a place where he's going to be understood. Yeah. It's not necessarily about, you know, does he need this? Does he need that?
Understood is it's perfect.
They understand him. Yeah. They understand he is. You know, he's a lovely, bubbly little boy. He's a bundle of joy. But you know, you say about autism, it's like, you know, where you might be iOS, iPhone. He's Android. He perceives things in a different way.
Yeah.
And yeah, he may. You just don't know. You don't know with autism, and
it's such a big spectrum. There's so many different variants and types and everything. Because what I'll say as well is my brother Joe, his boys. He's got 2 boys, or 3 boys that are autistic now, and 2 of the twins. And they're all different levels, and we're seeing that as they're growing up. But I've also seen what my brother's like dealt with, and like how he struggles and stuff. Dealing with it, and like I think my brother struggles to talk about it, and I think you might understand that as well, because it is something. If it's just, you know, something you just have to deal with.
It's personal, isn't it? And it's one of those things. And obviously we spoke about it beforehand. Like I'm happy to be vulnerable and talk about it, because again, like with my videos and stuff, I want to use the situation I'm in and a platform to promote positivity around it and promote people to talk about it. And you know, if you're walking past a parent whose kid's having a meltdown, you know, don't look at them and go, "Oh, fucking, what are they doing?"
Yeah,
you
bad
know,
parenting or something.
the most likelihood is that a kid probably has autism and can't control their emotions, and they melt down. It's one of those things. So yeah, if that stops one person making a parent feel uncomfortable while they're out with the kids, then this job done.
But they're also incredible people. Like, from what I've seen, like my Georgie, my nephew, he's so smart. Like literally, there's the other side where they have to be almost like tamed a bit in school, or they have to be in the right classes and the right situations, because they're so more academic than the rest of their class. And if they're in like a normal state school or whatever, like leagues and leagues above, like their spelling, everything, so intelligent, and so there's that as well. Like it's not all
no, it's not. And I think
said there's almost gifts.
I think as well, in people that are dyslexic as well. I think dyslexic and autism is like quite similar, and I think it's almost a gift in a way, because they are. If you can tunnel them in the right direction and something they're really into, then they will go on leaps and bounds.
Exactly.
From what I understand, you know, and what I've seen.
You've got this famous examples of it. Is, you know, Albert Einstein, Elon Musk. You know, there's all sorts. There's all sorts of. I suppose if you look at positive outcomes. I mean, say positive outcome. I spoke to my wife about this earlier, and like, there's a classic question with that. It's like, would you change if you could flick a switch and you could change whether your child has autism or not? Would you? Now, a lot of people say no, it's the way they are. They are at a disadvantage. There's no odds in that. Like, I think it's one thing maybe you've been able to tap into a special gift, but I think just, you know, communication and watching child not be able to interact with other children in the way they should. It feels like, my sister's got autistic children as well, and I spoke to her about it, and she kind of feels like it's almost, have they been sort of robbed of their childhood a little bit? And so there's an element of that, and I don't want to talk too bad about it, but I do want to,
like you say, you what you're saying right there, a lot of people will be listening, going, I completely understand what you're saying.
I hope so.
There's a lot of
there's a lot of questions, aren't there?
A lot of questions and a lot of
sort
like
of guilt and like all these emotions that will come about where you're trying to work out.
Are we doing the best thing?
Yeah, exactly. Every decision.
Are we doing the right thing at the right time?
It's like, and again, this is why I love fishing. Same with fishing. Every day's a school day with it. When you're a parent, in particular a parent for a kid that's got special needs, every day really is a school day, and you've got to be adaptable, because what happened, the way things were yesterday, the same way if you're on a lake and 1 minute the fish are up there, or they like to be off the back of that wee bed. Next time you go down there, it's a completely different fishing situation. It's the same principle.
Like being resilient as well.
100%, that thick skin and just keeping on motoring. But yeah, like incredibly proud of him, and any parent out there that's dealing with it, I've got the utmost respect for you. And my inbox is always open. If you're an angler listening to this and you're navigating that, if you want someone to chew the fat with, just drop me a message. I'm happy to talk to you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, mate. To come on and speak about it so openly as well, like. I know my brother will listen to this and appreciate it and understand a lot of it. There's different levels of it all, and like you say. And
I hope that there is a scenario where soon I will be able to take him fishing as well. I'd love to fish, me and my two boys. That's the dream. Do you know what I mean? Sitting there with 9 rods out, still blank, probably. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But I'm very fortunate that my eldest boy Oscar, he loves his fishing. And he was actually with me when I caught the big ghostie.
Going back
out
to the big ghostie,
of said lake. Yeah, so that was a case of just stringing stuff together. My angling's like that. I think gone are the days where I just get the buzz of just catching the fish. My whole thing is, you might even argue that I'm somewhere on the spectrum or something because of this, but I'm just problem solving for me is my thing. I love it, and getting onto a new place, figuring it all out, and then getting things going, and then moving on to the next. That's sort of sums up my angling in a few words. Yeah, and that's what happened for me on there. My advice to anyone that's fishing a big lake, and I've had a chat with a few people recently about this that are a bit daunted by it, is to rule out the swims that you don't want to fish, rule out the swims that you don't think fish will be or spend time or live. And a big lake can become a very small lake really, really quick. Yeah. And that's what I did down there. And I knew that I had to be in a couple of different zones if I wanted to catch them at a given time. I was turning up on a Sunday, and me and my mate Bill Turner, he won't mind me giving him a bit of a mention. Big up Bill. Yeah. He's my fishing husband. Yeah. Where
partner in crime.
Partner in crime. Probably quite questionable friendship. Don't listen to the rumours; they're not true. It's not true.
Apart from a few.
But we would turn up and we were putting bucket of bait out each on a Sunday, flicking a rod out, giving it a few hours, and knowing full well we're going to come back in midweek and do overnighters and just fish over it. Yeah, I fish with a lot of anglers that turn up and just go whack whack whack, spom, fish, and I think
never go back in that swim or something.
No, but I just think I do think that if you can bait on exit or that kind of sort of style, or maybe do a sacrificial session where you just you're putting bait out you're probably not going to catch.
Yeah, it's almost like you're going there to bait out, but you're going to flick a few rods out to.
You're bending the rules. You're bending you're fishing. You're not pre-baiting, but you're
pulling some strokes.
Yeah, you're pulling. Yeah, but that's fishing. Fishing's about being opportunistic and. Yeah, I whittled my way through them, and mostly doing the overnighters. And I don't mind saying this because I feel quite strongly, especially coming off the back of the summer holidays here. Mm-hmm. There's certain venues and club venues that allow juniors to fish with their parents, as long as you're in the same swim or whatever, and do overnighters. Yeah, there's some that don't. This particular venue, they have a rule where they can't fish nights until they're past 12. in my opinion, this is massively flawed. This, right? So my boy's about to start secondary school. If I think back to when I was his age,
Yeah.
some of the strokes that I was pulling and what I was getting up to, it's a little bit different now, right? But you know, they're glued to screens, and it won't be long before he's going to be getting into girls and stuff like that. And this is such a pivotal time. Yeah, I would plead with any club out there that has this rule to think more carefully about it. Like, what's the harm if a kid's with their parent?
Yeah, it's their responsibility. It's
It's
the adult's responsibility, whether they're 8, 5, or 12. What's the difference?
Is it down to insurance or something like that? Or
it could be.
I've been told that,
but I think
if that's the
that's a bit
case,
fobbing off there.
if that's the case,
okay.
why is
Other lakes allow it? So like, I know they got
maybe different insurer,
different
maybe.
insurance and stuff, but I don't know.
Then you argue, is it to the level of insurance? So is it a money thing? And then you're the same people that bemoan how, you know, the fishing industry might be a bit flat and this and that, and where's his next wave of anglers? It's our responsibility to pass it on to them youngsters. Do you know what I mean?
I'll back you up there. It's frustrating because my boy's going to be 5 soon, and he lives and breathes out being outdoors, and I'm encouraging that. And recently we camped in a garden to warm him up for night fishing because he wanted to. Like I was actually playing around with my bivvy in the garden when I got a new skull cap for it and stuff, just checking it all out.
Yeah.
And that night he's like, "We're camping in this, Daddy, tonight." And I looked at my wife and she was like, "Okay, the weather's good," so we did it. And he slept through and he woke up absolutely buzzing, even though he was in the back garden.
Yeah.
Absolutely buzzing. "Daddy, we're still camping." Oh my
Yeah,
God, loved it. And I've taken him night fishing, which was really hard.
Yeah.
To find a spot or a venue. I've got access to loads of waters, like club waters, different syndicates, that I've built up over years, and no joke, not one of them allows me to take my boy fishing until they're 12 or 16. And
It's
I'm
madness.
like, by that time, I could lose that. He could lose that. We could lose that bond or passion together. And he could go off his own route, doing find Xboxes or PlayStation.
Sounds to me like there's
find
a bit
girls.
of a niche there. If someone could create like a family-friendly,
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can go to day tickets and stuff and do this sort of thing, but not all day tickets are safe or not safe, but like set up for kids. Whereas some of these syndicates are absolutely perfect for it. They're quiet, you know. You've got options for bites and you can get some fun fishing, but you can take them in the day, but you can't do the camping and have that bond with your kid because of the rules, and it's frustrating.
It's got to change, and also like you look at the state of things in the country, how expensive everything is now.
Yeah.
Like people are struggling to pay their shopping bills. Do you know what I mean? You've got working parents that are going to food banks and shit. Do you know what I mean? Like how can you strip that away if you've got the ability to allow parents that have got that access? Obviously, not everyone does have the access to certain club venues. But the ones that do, why would you not want to facilitate that? Knowing full well that working family, most anglers, they're in a trade or, you know, they're working class in most, right? Those people can't afford nowadays to go and spend, I don't know what average, I don't really fish day tickets, but
70 quid for, what is it, like
weekend, 35 quid per 24 hours probably on average, per person?
Yeah, so 70 quid for 48 hours.
you got to pay for the kid as well. Or?
And I think you might have to pay for the kid as well, so yeah, even more.
So who's got that money to just wrap round them just to go and do that for a weekend?
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Whereas you can
with
take
food and everything that you got to take with.
You got to go in the supermarket on the way. You got to go and pay £3 for a packet of Doritos.
Travel.
Do you know what I mean? Like what you know? It's So there's an opportunity for people.
I wonder if the angling industry can like look at other industries and stuff, like say like hospitality and stuff. Do you know what I mean? When it's like on Thursdays kids eat free or whatever, like certain restaurants and that type of thing.
Or have a special rule for the holidays. Say within the summer holidays.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
You know, within the summer holidays, kids are allowed to fish with their parents overnight. Do overnights with their parents.
Yeah, what a great thing to
at least
encourage.
A start. Yeah,
and I know some of these club waters, they love encouraging young anglers to come into their fishing, don't they? We were singing about this the other day.
Well, this is I personally think now and there are clubs that do like Tackle Box. They donate all of the whips and the maggots and stuff, and they do a thing down at Horton Kirby.
Oh yeah.
With a particular club.
Yeah.
And that's unbelievable and it's great, and hats off to everyone that's involved in that.
Yeah, yeah.
But could you also argue that kids' route now, is it the same as what it used to be? Is it the same that kids, you look at, you know, the stuff that's on the telly and the way they're digesting information. It used to be that you would read magazines. And that was my thing anyway. I used to read all my dad's magazines, and I'd be like, I'll be sitting there tying rigs to give me a little old sport and mono or whatever, and I'll be there like just making all these mad rigs with line coming out the wrong side of the
I've still
eye of the
got
hook.
the magazines like this stacked up, like.
Yeah, but now I was having a chat with one of the blokes on fishing on the match at SWS on the weekend, and he was saying about that and how his boy's getting into social media and trying to do his own videos, and I was saying, well, you got to look on one hand, have the old school mentality, but on the opposite hand, you're going, well, how are the kids digesting the information nowadays? It's social media and it's YouTube.
Yeah.
So actually,
Yeah.
you've got to get behind it, because this is the next generation that are going to take
move
over.
with the times.
So you do have to move with the times, and the clubs have got to move with the times as well.
Yeah.
To address obvious, flawed rules and things that are just preventative for no reason.
Because clubs especially, syndicates a bit different.
Yeah.
Clubs especially, they get very stuck in the mud, I find, with the times.
Mm-hmm.
They don't move with the times as quick as other places like day tickets and syndicates.
But clubs are non-profit. Everyone contributing to that club.
Yeah, so you can understand.
It's all of yours, you know. So the people that are governing it, they're there.
Need to be open-minded.
No, they need to be open-minded.
Especially with moving with the times, like you say about the media side of things. They need to maybe allow people to do a few videos on their lakes and stuff. Not all their lakes, maybe protect some of their lakes, but some of the others. They're just so quick to go. No media whatsoever, no publicity whatsoever. Just follow the trend of the other clubs and the other syndicates. It's like almost a trend to become non-publicity now.
Oh yeah,
and that's quite frustrating from a person like in our kind of. In our shoes, where you want to promote fishing to youngsters and stuff, but they're just shutting it down straight away.
It's a catch-22, isn't it? It's
and not helping it grow, and not helping, like you say, the way they're getting into fishing and stuff is through media, and you're just straight away just not allowing it on your club. And again with the night fishing, you know, you're stopping it. If they could open up their eyes a bit to some of those things, I think it would just encourage young anglers so much.
It will, and I'll bubble myself up a little bit here. I don't mind, but the morning that I caught the big ghostie from that particular campaign that caps off that video. Sorry for spoiling it for anyone that hasn't watched it. But I do catch it.
Spoiler alert.
But my boy Oscar was with me.
Yeah.
Because I'd sneakily done the night with him in the bivvy. Didn't have rods out, but he was in the bivvy with me.
Yeah.
And he's not allowed to do that. And fuck him. Like, I would rather have him have that memory.
That's a moment, and
a moment you're never going to get again.
Never going to get that again. That is going to stay with him for his life. And if he chooses to continue fishing, he'll remember that. And it's still to the day the biggest fish that he's ever seen on the bank. Yeah. And it's his dad that's caught it.
You can see, you capture it as well. Like you capture that moment perfectly in a video.
There's a little bit where he's like, it goes in the net, and he's like, "Wow, look how big it is," or whatever. And you're like,
"It is so good."
Yeah. So I'm getting shivers just talking about it. That's what fishing's about for me. Yeah. And I feel there's a lot. Everyone gets swept up in a lot to do with fishing, and I'm sure we'll talk about them. I don't know how much time we're running into, but like I'm sure we'll touch on a few things and a few of my annoyances about the whole scene. But fishing's fucking magic, man, and getting kids involved in it is so important. It's not. It's our duty. It's our duty. You know, your media platform is you've got to be encouraging youngsters. You've got to be doing that. And you know, I feel obliged to make videos to inspire people to want to go, whether that's young people that want to go or whether that's parents that want to get up and take their kids for the weekend.
Maybe that's what we're trying to say as well. Like, we're trying to do our bit to push it. And some clubs are doing their bit by doing these open days for kids and stuff. But there's more that they can do.
Scraping the surface. There's loads.
Like, if you hark back to when we were kids, obviously this is BMX, not fishing, but Red Bull basically did these grassroots campaigns.
Yeah.
Where you've got lakes, they had these like little BMX jumps that kids would like build and stuff, and you had to send in pictures of like your jumps, and the best one basically got Red Bull. They went down there for a weekend with these pro BMXs with JCBs, and they turned your spot into like a pro spot.
Oh, wicked.
And you all won like loads of free stuff, and they did these types of things. Like they did one to do with vert riding, but you might almost need like a national campaign where you get like, I don't know, like someone like Red Bull or someone like that who's like loosely associated with the sport.
So maybe we're like shout out to Red Bull to get into
sponsoring fishing
sponsoring fishing.
Yeah,
We're your boys.
But that helped a whole generation come through, because all of a sudden it's in Tadworth. Red Bull came in. This tiny little place, tiny little village in Tadworth had like a not world class, but like a seriously good set of jumps built by Red Bull by professionals, and it was like, hang on a minute, and then loads of kids started riding.
Loads of kids just went boom like a magnet.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's almost like stuff like that can work really well. I've seen it in BMX. Don't know if it'd work in fishing.
And we're not saying all clubs, because some clubs do some amazing things for youngsters.
Some clubs also do allow it as well, and
so it's not all.
No, it's not. It's more
frustrating.
It is frustrating.
Even like you say, even if it was sort of 6 weeks holiday, that would be amazing, because that's when most of us want to enjoy the time with our kids.
Yeah.
Take a few days off work. And
arguably as well, you know, I've done it this year, whether it's through choice or through sort of different media responsibilities, but I've not really been fishing much this summer. I've sort of cooled off over the spring, and I normally burn myself out massively. Come the end of the winter, I've normally got no steam left for the spring. So this time I've done it a bit different. I finished that particular campaign, and rolled on to flitting around towards the back end of the autumn. Started a little video that I'm still working on. I haven't forgotten about it. I did sort of like post a little teaser for it. For Basil's Bloodline. So
I saw that.
So there's a selection of lakes that Basil and a few other fish were moved from in the drought.
Okay.
In, I think it's like 1976, I'm going to say. Wow. I think it was 76, 86, one or two. And they were moved from that location to Yateley. And one of those fish was Basil.
Wow.
So, so it's capturing me fishing that particular venue, where it was from, and
that's cool. A bit of history there, mate.
Bit of history. Obviously, the fish have changed.
That's one thing we haven't. Sorry, button. We haven't spoken about much. Is we've spoken a lot. A lot of the anglers that I've had on, Medway side, Kent side, SWS, and all that, and that's been great. But we haven't spoken about the Yateley scene much at all.
No,
on the podcast.
It's not. It's still somewhere I haven't fished. The Solar Boys did I think they did a few videos, like some product stuff, a few weeks ago. I didn't go on that trip. But there's a world of fishing out there for me left, and that's the great thing, is being, I suppose, like a nomadic angler that does get his fix and then want to challenge himself elsewhere. The world's my oyster. So I've got a little bit of a flavour of it now, like going over like Reading sort of way, and
Have you already got your plans for this autumn and spring? Next spring?
Yeah, I've got my plans. I'm back revisiting a lake that I have fished before, Park Lake, and there's a few sessions that I've done on there where I've managed to get some really good footage. And a couple of captures now as well. It's under the belt. I don't want to ruin it for myself and spoil my angling by sharing any information of it yet. But it will come out, and it'll be cool. And it's gonna be difficult now for me to not give away where it is, because there's a particular fish in there that's quite a funny story that cropped up.
Don't have to tell it, mate. You can always wait.
Is it worth it? It's worth it. Yeah, it's
up
worth
to you,
it.
mate.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Up to you.
But I've got
the viewers want to hear.
They want to hear. I'm not sure whether I reckon someone probably would have sent in a voice note about it though. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I might. Yeah, I think I might know where you're going with this one.
But there's a particular fish. There's a particular fish that. Do you want me to tell the story?
I'll tell you what. We'll cut it there. Well, not cut it. We'll get on the voice notes.
Cool. See if it pops up.
I think I know what you're talking about. So that's a good chance to get on them.
It's something that we've been sitting on for quite a while as well. Like I'm quite excited actually to put the individuals out of their misery about this whole situation.
Okay, let's do it then. I've got it here.
Go on.
I've got it here. Right, let's make sure I've got it right.
Hello, mate. Just to give you a recap on how a carp became known as the Turkish lin. So a few years ago, me and Charlie fished together at a lake in Hayston Country Park. A lake called
just fucking
Barden.
sport it. Cheers, Dan.
one evening, Charlie hooked onto a carp, got the carp in. Obviously, I was there to help him and do the photos. For some reason, I come up with the name while doing the photos as the Turkish Lin. And we was absolutely gassed about it. And later on, Charlie's put it up on social media with the name, the Turkish Lin. So people then jumped on the bandwagon going, no, that is definitely not that carp. That carp's called this name. And we was like, no, that's another carp. This is the Turkish Lin. And it obviously all blew up. And I come up with a story saying, look, the reason this carp is called the Turkish Lin is because when it was first caught, it was a red-skied evening and the moon phase was the waning crescent, which is the same looking moon on the Turkish flag with a red background, and that's why it was called the Turkish Lin.
That's good.
So
elaborate as well,
back and forth.
It's believable.
It then stopped there, and about a year later, someone else caught this carp, and other people then jumped on to say, "Oh, look, it's a Turkish Lin." So we then had other people adopting this fish as the Turkish Lin. Other people then again going, no, it's definitely not, it's this other carp. But there's a little breakdown. Charlie will elaborate more on the naming of the Turkish Lin and other funny stuff behind it. So just a little one, mate. Thanks very much.
Sweet. That's good, that is. So what, everyone else calls it now?
Right, so the backdrop of this, so I'll tell some of the story as well. So this was summer 2023, 2022. A few of us fishing on this one bank. I think it's like 4:30, 4:45 in the morning. Netted this fish. When you go out, you can walk out quite far into this lake. Like it slopes off really gradual.
I know the lake.
You know the lake, okay. the secret lake that we won't talk about. It's still, to this day, my favourite venue.
Yeah, it's a cool venue.
I fucking love it. It was a super water back in the day.
Yeah, I've never fished it, but I know the lake.
I'm pretty sure, and I hope maybe one of the listeners might either correct me or correct me if I'm wrong, that the first 40-pounder in Kent was caught out of this venue.
Yeah, if you do know, let us know in the comments.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'd love to know. I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Don't know if it's completely true. But what a place. At one point, I think they had something stupid. I can't remember the exact number, but it was like large number of 50s, like stupid amount of 40s, like just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And
at that time as well, it was big, wasn't it? Like that. That was.
It was like the you know, in that area in Kent, it was like a go to place. I mean, I think all the old school names have fished there. You know, your Rod Hutchinsons and stuff like that. Like, cool place. And I walked out to this fish. We've netted it, and my mate Dan, he's just a funny fucker. Like, he's just one of them. He just comes out with mad stuff all the time. Like, and he looked in the net and he goes, "Oh, bruv," he's like, that's the Turkish Lin. And we're like, it's like 4:30 in the morning. Yeah, how does your brain even process to come up with this name for this fish? Yeah, he's looked at it because it's like an orangey. It's a super cool fish.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know whether you can show a picture of it while you're doing the.
If you send it to us, we'll pop it up in the video, overlay it. In the video.
I'll do that. Super cool fish. My mate Bill, his old man, caught it back in, I don't know when, but like a long time ago. So it's been in there for donkeys. Like the scale pattern, it's like big, chunky, linear. Like the scales, like slabs. Like it's super cool.
I think
it's like
I've seen the photo.
Orange, like an orangey sort of tinge to it. It's not cool or nothing, but it's like just a mad colour. And yeah, so we've gone. Obviously, it's a private joke. We found it really funny.
Yeah.
And then after that, after a little while after, again, I do this with my campaign fishing. When I'm fishing somewhere, I won't post pictures while I'm on that campaign, but I'll post them, and other people probably think I'm fishing somewhere, and then they'll try and slip in. Like, where's He's fishing somewhere else because I've learnt that lesson the hard way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought I'm going to put it up, and I thought, just for the banter, I'm going to put a little turkey flag and go like proper serious about it as well. Like, I can't remember the caption. Yeah, the Turkish Lin, what a historic fish, and blah 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 blah.
Change the name of the fish.
Anyway, this is where it gets good. Yeah. So, I posted this, and about a year later, I got a message from a geezer. That ain't the Turkish Lin, blah 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 blah. That's a fish called Monty. It was named after Bill, the old boy, whose used to walk around it, whose dog died. It was named after his dog.
Okay, Monty the dog, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've doubled down by this point now. I've gone, what, Turkish Bill? Right, he started going through, and we anyway on a bit of a wind up with Geezer. He's fuming, by the way, so apologies. Carl, his name is.
Listening.
Apologies, Carl.
Bless him, Carl.
But it was too funny not to keep going, and we've carried on, and we've gone. Obviously, I've messaged a little group chat with Danny in and out, and gone, Dan, we need to get on this, Geezer. We need to fuel this. This could get really, really good. And I think it might have been like I've reposted a picture of it or something. Something raised attention to it again. And anyway, he's getting right needle, this geezer. And we've gone in now going with a whole backstory saying, no, the reason why it's called the Turkish Lin is exactly that. It was the waning crescent, and back in the 90s when they got the photos developed or whatever, it was all red and it was like, it looked like the Turkish flag.
Proper backstory
gone into
like,
it.
like too elaborate to not be true. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was one of those ones.
Yeah.
And obviously, mate, he's gone, no, it's this one. I know it is. I've caught it. He's all sending me pictures of the fish.
Bless him.
I'm looking at it, I'm going, no, it's definitely a different fish, mate. Like, obviously, it's the fucking same fish. It's a really distinctive fish. But we're keeping it going.
You're savage, man.
Yeah.
That is savage.
Gets even better. So time goes by beyond this, and between us, we always talk about it because it's a funny story. And I've said, like, still to this day and still to now, Matey Boy thinks that I'm adamant this is the Turkish Lin, and he's wrong. And in between this time, obviously I'm no longer fishing here. There are a group of lads that are fishing it, and sitting there one day indoors, like watching telly or whatever, get a message come through. Look at the message. It's a screenshot of somebody else that's caught the fish. Turkish Lin, blah, 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 one of the originals, and all this sort of stuff.
Oh, my God.
Oh, blinded. But then even better than that, he then found the Facebook post version. You can post the same on Instagram, same on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's going off on Facebook where they're all arguing amongst each other about the originality of this fish. Someone's gone, no, it was moved from the ballast pit back in the 90s. There's two fish that look exactly the same. The Turkish Lin, you've got the Turkish Lin and this fish called Monty.
And you're like, no, it's the same fish.
But we've all off the back of. I know it's fucking stupid, and it's funny, just from my mate Danny just being a fucking how
Danny,
he is.
Mate.
Big up
Shout
Danny.
out.
He's a funny fucker.
This is like proper like conspiracy theory too.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? It's like you've got these two.
You started it now,
stories
and you're like not giving up. You're like,
there's so many dimensions to the whole story, and
so good. And you know what anglers are like. And you know what people are like. Once there's an argument on Instagram or Facebook, mate, it goes off.
But get on this. So I've started fishing this place again because I love it, and I want to do some videos down there, and I can recap some of my previous captures. Like I caught an unbelievable fish out of there. Unknown. No one else has shown me a picture of it. They reckon it's one that got in from the river.
Okay.
A
mega river that as well, isn't it?
Mate.
It came in from the river, like got into the lake.
Yeah, it can. It happens a lot.
Yeah, there's fish that have come from Lake Over the Road, Bennett's and stuff.
Floodings and all sorts.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This fish, male, I caught it in end of May, beginning of June, just before spawning. Mate, this thing was literally about that long, like just immaculate. And
quality.
Even though they've had fish kills and stuff, and that lake did have a KHV outbreak. And I don't want to encourage people to go and fish lakes that do have KHV and spread it around.
No.
But if you do go to somewhere that does, just do like they do. I'm right in thinking that Gigantica had an outbreak and you have to use all their mats and slings.
Yeah.
So I've got a mat and sling that I only use for
that lake.
Once I'm done on there, I'll fuck it off out of it. Do you know what I mean?
Make sure you're drying your stuff as
well.
Dry
stuff. The net dips.
Always dry your stuff.
Don't know what the thing is with the net dips, but I'm pretty sure like they have to be submerged for like 15-20 minutes or something stupid.
No one's doing, are they?
No one's doing, and
I think the main thing is drying everything properly. So anything that's living on there, any bacteria, any diseases, they die, don't they?
Yeah.
Before you go fishing next.
You got to do that. So I'm conscious of that, and but yeah, the lake's unbelievable, and just
what a story.
What a place. But where I was going with this, was that I've got in contact with a few people to say, look, I had the fish kill. Does anyone know what's left in there? Anyway, Matey Boy spoke to Matey Boy, and the messages are flying around, and then I get a list, like a notes thing written down. It's got all the names in, right? So you got Shovel Nose, Bennett's Lynn, you've got this one, Turkish Lynn / Monty's.
AKA Monty.
Yeah. So they still don't know. So
Is it still in there then?
It is still in there because me and Bill Turner, we started doing a few day sessions on there.
Yeah.
We went down and did a bit of surface fishing, which is a fucking pain in the arse on there because there's about 4 million birds.
Yeah.
We were just standing on the bird feed there, we're just
Feed them up.
bucket, mixers and then taking turns. But yeah, we see it milling around. We see it milling around. So yeah, Turkish Lynn lives on.
I feel like
Shout out to
you
the
should get a
Turkish
t-shirt
Big up
made
Turkish
up.
Lynn.
Yeah.
So good.
That is a
What a
funny
fish.
story, mate.
What a fish.
That is funny.
And yeah, hopefully, you never know, I might catch it again and you might see a little film of me
Yeah.
That'd be really good.
holding the Turkish Lyn.
You could
If
get
they,
like
if
a
they let you on
Turkish
there
cap
now,
on
who
there.
knows?
Yeah, I might get a bit of a hostile reception when I return. Yeah, shit. I've brassed myself up for dinner night with my boy when I'm not allowed to, and I've just revealed this. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
sorry.
Changing names. I wonder if anyone else has ever done that. Comment if you've ever done that, because I bet
There's got to be a
someone
few.
else. Yeah.
There's got to be a
Oh,
few.
Or just a
100%.
genuine confusion, but then people double down.
Yeah.
That must happen.
That is funny. Let's have a look. We've got some more voice notes here. I have to break this one up because, well, it's a long one, but you can chip in between if you feel the need to elaborate on anything.
Hi, Matt. This is Charley Lucas. I was ringing in funny moments for Charley Lucas. Well, let's start from the beginning, eh?
Strap
When
yourself
that
in.
young boy was about 3, 4, obviously come fishing with his dad. We went to Chisholm Castle. Nice little moat there. Wild carp. Got about 5 to 7, touching £9 tops. But wild, and they go like little steam trains. Anyway, he's sitting on my lap. My rod's gone. Picked it up. He's gone straight in the drink. And this is honestly, this is the truth. And netted the fish and him at the same time. He didn't even bat an eyelid. He was more interested in that fish. And I suppose, you know what I mean? That's where he's gone on from now. He's come fishing with me and my dad. That's how I started at Norwood Lakes. We'll get back to that one, Norwood Lakes, in a minute. But
This is a good story.
yeah, we used to take him to Wyland's Farm at the time. Commercial was obviously me. I was getting into car fishing. It was raining. He wasn't being a little sod, but he was inquisitive. Yeah, very interested. And anyway, I've gone to the burger house, get a cup of teas and some bacon rolls and all that. Calm down. And he starts telling this joke. He turns around and says to my dad, he goes, "Hey, Dad, do you want to hear my jokes?" My dad, go on in. So he goes like this, he goes, "Right, grandson and his granddad go fishing. Driving along in a car. His granddad pulls a fag out, lights it up, and he turns around and says, 'Can I have one of those, Granddad?' His granddad says, 'No. Can you really touch your arse? If you can have one.' So he says, 'No.' Anyway, gets to the lake, sets up and all that. Granddad pulls a nice cold beer out of his cool box. And the grandson says, 'Granddad, can I have a beer?' And Granddad says, 'Can you really touch your arse?' And he says, 'No.' Well, where you go? Can't have one. Anyway, they had a good day fishing. On the way back, Granddad pulls into a garage, gets some petrol or whatever. And he comes back with 2 scratch cards. Anyway, Granddad scratches his one, no joy. Well, the grandson, he's won £1 million. So the granddad says to the grandson, "You going to share that with me, son?" He says to his granddad, "Granddad, can you really touch your arse?" And he says, "Yeah." So the grandson says, "Well, go fuck yourself."
Mate, that's classic my old man.
And the fucking, most of the anglers on that lake fucking roared. Yeah, they forget that. And then, back to Norwood Lakes, obviously where I started with my dad, with a little fucking Woolworths fiberglass 6-foot rod, float bashing with a pint of maggots or whatever.
Cool.
And Yeah, so I took my son there. He was about 14 then, 13, 14. There's no one there. The wind was pushing right down in the corner. Let's go there. No, let's go there. I said, listen, go in there. Look, listen to your dad, yeah?
That's it,
Anyway,
mate.
sets up his rod. He goes, I'll go there. Anyway, I said, no, I'll chuck one in the margin. Anyway, I didn't put my line through my rings. And he's chucked one into the margin. Little mesh bag with sweet corn and porridge oats. Yeah, the good old hospital method.
Old school,
that one.
mate.
Anyway, he's pulled one in, just over £20, common carp. Yeah? Took a photograph now of him. He goes, cheers, Dad, job done, and win.
I don't know where I was going. I do remember
The
leaving
rest
that.
is history. Proud of you, son.
Oh, that's nice, man.
But ask him who's caught the biggest fish.
Ah,
£50, 2 ounces, yeah?
Big up.
go on,
Oh, shout out. What's his name?
John.
John.
Yeah.
Oh, you said at the
Yeah,
start.
John.
Yeah, John. Shout out, John. Sounds like a gangster, doesn't he?
He's-
Sounds like a proper gangster, like
Yeah.
like Ray Winston sort of.
He's
Yeah, it could be in a Guy Ritchie film. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like Snatch 2 or something. do you know?
They could make a film about him, to be honest, mate.
Is
He's
it? Sounds like a
yeah,
bit of a boy.
he's quite colourful. I'll put it that way. Yeah. Oh, mate. Yeah, that's thrown me a little bit. That.
Fair play, mate. No, it's nice to hear little old stories from your dad and that. You know.
Yeah, like I said, like my relations with him and the way we've sort of always had fishing's always been our thing for connecting.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been bit part. It was some of my earliest memories of fishing are I don't remember the falling in the lake bit and all of that and
He netted you and the fish. That's
yeah,
quality.
yeah.
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember none of that, but I do remember the Wildlands farm trips that we used to go on as a group, like me, my dad, my granddad, my uncle, and that.
Special moments when you look back, but like especially like family moments.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you know what I'm gutted about though? And it's I watched one of the podcasts you did with Jed, and access to like them pictures of the early days. I
yeah.
don't have any of them. Like all my photos from fishing were like on an old, like the very first phones that would have had cameras on and
You
stuff.
can't get them now. Yeah.
Where was they? You weren't thinking about your iCloud storage and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Different times, wasn't it?
Nah. So, but I remember the moments. Do you know what I mean?
So
And
matters more, yeah.
yeah, I remember again talking about the night fishing. Me and him, Lake in Hastings, that used to fish, and I used to motor on down throughout the school holidays and stuff with his rods.
Wasn't on a caravan site, was it?
No,
I used to go to a caravan site there with an epic old lake. Me and my dad used
Really?
to go fishing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, Wishing Tree Reservoir, I think it was called.
Okay.
And yeah, that was. He said about the porridge oats and sweet corn. That was the
Yeah.
method. What we used to do was go over to the Tesco's, and me and my little mates, school and that, we'd go and do it. I lived a year in Hastings with my dad, year 9.
Yeah.
And yeah, we used to go over to the Tesco's, knock up a bucket, porridge oat, sweet corn. We used to wrap it round the lead and then fish 6-7 inch yellow pop ups off the off the lead.
Zigs.
Yeah, we used to foul hook a few. So you
God.
don't recommend giving it a go. But that's how people used to fish down there.
Yeah.
Not necessarily with the pop ups, but
Find out. See what
yeah, we
happens.
didn't know. It was just
Yeah,
we'd
That's
catch
the
them.
beauty of young fishing. Like you make the mistakes and then you learn from it and then you grow as an angler.
Yeah,
like.
exactly that. And yeah, one of my first memories with him was on that lake. I can remember anyway. It sticks out for me. Yeah, being freezing cold winter, not in a proper bivvy. Maybe even possibly sleeping on the deck, just bundled
Yeah,
up. Do you know
yeah,
what I mean? Like waking
Done
up in
that.
the morning, the whole lake's frozen over.
Oh god.
Dad's fuming. He's probably had a few beers the night before as well, so he's a little bit cagey. And yeah, so. But yeah, that's my old man in a nutshell. How long was that voice note? Probably about 5 minutes. Own podcast for himself.
4 minutes, something like that. We could have him on, couldn't we?
Yeah, get him
But
on.
yeah, no, mate, shout out to him for sending that in. It's quality. It's nice to hear.
Yeah.
Got a couple of other ones here, little short ones.
Just want to say, you're right, Char. Thanks for everything you've done lately for me, mate. I do appreciate it. You're a mega guy. Obviously, we met on Instagram and we've come
Grind up,
together.
but yeah.
We've done that little social at SWS. Yeah, I just want to say, keep it going, man. And I'm proper looking forward to the little Belgium trip. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Have a good one.
You know that is.
Yeah,
You
Billy
mentioned
Northern.
it earlier, yeah.
Lovely lad, mate. And yeah, thanks, Bill. Thanks for any time. He, I think he messaged me the other day or something and just said like a big thank you or whatever for just like showing me what I know. And I don't know everything. I'm still on the learning curve with it.
Yeah.
But I was sitting down in his swim on the event, and I was saying like, just in general in life, man, don't compare yourself to people that are wherever they are. Like your day, his day X, I'm however further forward. Do you know what I mean? You'll get to that point, and you probably get that with the media stuff.
Yeah,
like
what is it they say? Comparison is the thief of joy. Heard that before.
Really?
It's a really good phrase, and it's like when you start,
good.
I get it. Like I came off social media ages ago, just because I was like doing all right, you know, for myself, and like really enjoying the BMX riding, and then I go on Instagram, and then I'm like, what am I doing? There's so many other better videographers doing this, that, and these guys are riding this and that, and then all of a sudden you go, I bet you can, and then this guy's caught that, or he's out there doing that. But actually, if you look at what you've got, you know, you might have a family, house, you might have a good job, whatever it is. Like, look at that.
I suppose that comes. I've heard on another podcast.
Weird,
it's
isn't
like
it?
remind yourself to like being humble.
Yeah.
And look at like taking that second to look back at. This works in all types of life and things. What you have done in the last year, what you have got in the last year.
Yeah.
Don't compare yourself to someone else, and be grateful and humble about what is actually going on.
Well,
sometimes you need to remind yourself, don't you?
It makes me laugh because we were talking about this podcast probably like, you know, about a year ago in the pub, and it's people talk about stuff all the time, you know, and then it's like, but you actually did it, and then you're getting views, and then you're getting messages, and it's like,
it's nice.
It's the comparison thing's horrible. It really is. I mean, you probably do it with your kids as well. This kid's at this level, he's running fast, or he's talking more, he's doing, and you're like, oh fucking.
Maybe
all
that's
of a
another
sudden
thing.
you feel like a terrible parent.
Yeah, maybe that's another thing as well with navigating the autism journey, right? Like learning not to compare, learning to appreciate what you do have, and like your situation is just your own thing. You can't change that. So just like my advice to Bill on that was just like, mate, anytime, like I will show you anything that I know, and that doesn't just limit to the camera stuff and the media stuff, the editing things, and like it goes for fishing as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I've been really fortunate. Like that campaign afterwards, when I did the videos for the Grey Lady, I was fishing with my mate, another Bill actually, Bill Turner, and we had exactly that, like real openness between us.
Yeah, that's what you want.
And I kind of want to break that stigma within fishing. Do you know what I mean? Like just them days about I'm not going to fish, like hiding your rig off, throwing. Like just help people catch them, man. Like,
it seems to be a reoccurring theme that what you're fishing to you and connection seem to be almost one and the same.
Yeah.
So I guess the question would be, would you enjoy fishing as much if you just did it on your own? Obviously, probably be fun, but is your joy now like seeing other people, connecting with them, and like?
Well, I've got to admit, like filming this event this weekend and spending time with Billy Northern and them boys, and just seeing it without the pressure of having the rods out, really opened my eyes. It's the first time that I've done that.
Yeah.
And
so you didn't fish at all?
Didn't fish at all. No, I didn't fish at all.
Just did the video stuff. Yeah.
Me and Harry Peters, and big shout out to Harry Peters works in the tackle box, does all the media. Again, another lovely lad. So myself and Harry, we filmed, and we're editing together the film for the match.
Nice. I think that's important as well, as editors come together.
That's cool. Yeah, different creative ideas, and
it's amazing already with just talking about our workflow and all that sort of stuff.
Here's a quick question, just jumping in there. Do you guys actually sit together and edit?
No, so this is two people. Harry does it for a full-time job. I don't. Right. I'm doing it in my spare time.
Yeah.
We've probably been filming and editing for a similar amount of time, but going around with cameras, working together. And then now coming back and talking about the edit of what we're going to do and how best to, even from stupid stuff like organise all of our footage and create a shared project or do whatever, and different creative ideas, is really, really fucking cool.
It's enjoyable and
really cool.
It's a challenge, but also fun.
It's the same, again, this is why I've diversified myself a little bit with things, because I love everything about fishing. I don't so much love the anglers in general, like and I do like the social side, but I also do like my own side. But But yeah, been able to throw myself into something creative with someone who's as talented as he is, and no doubt both of us will learn from each other.
Amazing. Might go
And
on to
come
do
out of it.
more together as well. You never know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? So yeah. So I think I'm answering your question completely.
No, I don't. It's just like behind the scenes type thing.
Yeah.
So like whenever we film these podcasts, like same day or a couple of days later, or whatever, me and Matt will sit in and edit it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we are dying. We were talking about putting a camera up to film us on the editing process because the amount of banter and shit talking that goes on, and just like Matt will rinse himself for it. I'll rinse myself. Like, what? Why did I say that? Why did you do that? Do you know what I mean? Or we just like pulling in the pictures and stuff. It's just really enjoyable, you know.
Yeah.
And it's one of them as well. Like I get to now live that. Me and Harry get to live that experience again. Everyone's come away from that with such a good feeling about it. They raised so much money.
Such a positive thing.
Such a positive thing. And then we are so fortunate now to spend the next, I think last year they released the match video on Boxing Day. So we've got quite a while.
We've got a bit of time, yeah.
And we want to make it perfect because, we both want to showcase to the fishing world like, our abilities and, you know, what the direction we're going as well and be able to tell a story.
I suppose give the cause the right light, like shine it under the right light. You know what I mean? Do it justice. You know what I mean? The cause justice.
If you could bottle the atmosphere that was around that place that weekend,
I can imagine.
You could sell it for a fucking fortune. So if we can get anywhere near close in delivering on that and trying to encapsulate what that was, we've done well. So me and Harry will try.
What's really interesting is there's so much unseen joy with that as well. So like you'll produce the content, goes out on say Boxing Day or whatever, and then there'll be people in that who are featured. Then they show their wife, they show their kid. You will not know any of that, right?
No.
And all of a sudden this video's done 100,000, 10,000, whatever views it's done.
Yeah, hopefully.
But it will just like it spirals, doesn't it? And you don't know the joy that little video all of a sudden is like. That connection.
He's shown
people
mate,
down.
Boy's showing his kid. He's going look at daddy in this video. So all that stuff, man.
Oh, you smashed it. You did so good. Do you know what I mean? Then the wife's proud, and then like I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of unforeseen stuff.
Positivity around it, I think.
And I'm acutely aware of all those little bits and pieces. Do you know what I mean? And I take enjoyment, and I think it helps you get through. You guys will know we're going through the edit. Sometimes a lot of stuff is quite tedious, and getting to that final product does take quite long. But I think. Having my carpentry background as well, I think knowing the legwork that goes into a lot of stuff to get to a finished product,
it's like an
you've got to stomach
iceberg,
that
isn't
as
it?
part of it.
It's like an iceberg. Most of them, 90% of an icebergs are underwater. And everyone just sees that top bit. That final video will be like, oh, sick video.
Yeah.
Or did you put that together in the afternoon?
Yeah.
Hey, I did, mate.
That's it. Yeah.
Hey, bosh.
Big shout out to Billy Northern. No, he is a lovely, lovely lad. You can just, when you talk to him, I think Harry did a video of him for the tackle box. They went to Walthamstow, did a bit of zig fishing and stuff and flitted around.
Yeah.
But he's just one of them people that's just got this energy that comes out of him. And I think, another advice to younger people is surround yourself with people like that.
Oh, that's so important.
Yeah, like I was always taught when I was younger, like if you surround yourself with naughty kids, you'll be one of the naughty kids. If you surround yourself with good people, you'll be good.
100%.
So, just find like-minded people, fish the right lakes, and you'll bump into people like Billy.
That's good advice.
Good advice. Right, we've got one more voice note for you, and then we'll go on to the free giveaway that we're going to talk about in a minute. But last voice note, let's go.
I like fishing because it gets me out of the house, especially nowadays when I and everybody else are always on like their phones and not really doing much, just sitting around not doing anything. And I also like it as I get to spend time with my dad and like with nobody else but just us two. Going fishing is good because it's taught me things that I wouldn't be taught at school. Like, and also my friends think it's really cool. Say if the day before school, me and my dad go fishing and we catch a big carp, and because it's something they don't really see that often, it's like they think it's really cool, and I get to share my hobby with people. And fishing has taught me many skills, like being able to tie different knots, cast long distances, and hold heavy things. For example, when you have to hold fish for a photo, and these fishing skills also help with everyday life. So that's why I like fishing. Goodbye.
That's what an absolute little legend. That's
so
Oscar,
good.
your boy.
Yeah. Oh, bless him.
Yeah. Honestly, I actually listened to that last night because your wife Sally sent it to me.
Yeah.
And I listened to it just to check what it was and stuff. And actually nearly brought tears to me when he was talking about, go fishing with my daddy and kids at school absolutely love it. I was like, fucking hell,
That's cool.
What a little legend. You know what I mean? And it shows
he loves
as
it,
well how much he loves it. And
you
can hear that in his voice there. It's quality.
He loves his fishing, mate. And that's what it's about, I think. It's just, just encouraging them. He's asked him before, I was like, your mates at school, I was like, do any of them fish or have any of them been fishing? I think he's at some holidays now going to year 7, but I think he said one of his mates has fished with his uncle or something like that. But he showed me a picture in his awkward time in going into secondary school and whether or not you give a kid a phone or not. But yeah, he got one recently, and he showed me a little message in his little group chat of all his little mates, and there's a picture of him holding a fish up. I can't remember what it was, but it was like, what was the caption? Your boy's done it again. Top carper.
Yeah, legend. Watch out for Oscar, boys.
Yeah,
coming on the scene.
Yeah, mate. Yeah,
coming in hot.
I've taught him all I know, so
that's good.
Yeah,
that's
really
good.
That's quality, mate. But I suppose on this podcast, we spoke before the podcast. Obviously, kind of like the message you want to put across and stuff. And one of them was autism and stuff like that. And I think we touched that really well. But also like getting kids into fishing, getting them off the screens. And yeah, just even if it's not fishing, out and about in nature and
so good,
out there
isn't it?
doing
Being
it.
out there.
We
that's
really
the
want
other
to
thing.
fish it.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's just the being outdoors, like the fishing. That aside, So my youngest Lenny, like the way he sees the world, he's very like he'll look at certain things and look in certain angles, and he often holds his hand out to things and like sort of like he looks at things from perspectives that people don't see.
That's interesting.
And it's a reminder for me always to be when I'm out. Rule I've got with myself is like every time I go fishing, make sure you take a photo. Make sure you capture a little bit of footage. Always bring a camera with me. Because you can remember something special from that
so
trip.
So easy to be like, you can blindside yourself. Can't
I
you?
think it's just general, like call it mindfulness, maybe even like just being in the moment.
Appreciate, in the moment. What am I doing right now? Yeah. Don't cast your odds out and sit on your phone and look at TikTok.
No, we all do it.
Yeah, we do.
We all do
have
it.
your time, especially when you're tired or stressed out.
In the winter, when you're in a bivvy for fucking however many hours.
That's different, but. Yeah, I think just like you say, be in the moment, appreciate what's in front of you. I think you can take...
A lot of creativity will come from boredom. Heard that a while ago.
Okay.
It was really interesting. Like, it's really important to be bored. I listened to this podcast on it. And it sounds a bit odd to begin with when you're thinking, why do you want to be bored?
Yeah.
But when you're bored, your mind then will get into a creative state.
Yeah.
And it will then essentially
it's almost
start
like being,
playing
you have
around
to be
with
a rock
ideas.
bottom to realise, or like to become a better person or something like that. I've heard that sort of thing as well.
You can just get caught in it for we've all done it half an hour. All of a sudden you're like, where's the last 2 hours
Doom
gone?
scrolling, it's a thing, isn't it? I try my best, and I go through phases, and it's hard, isn't it? Because while you want to
sort of live in,
you want to keep content going out there. I do try my best to also not digest too much of it. I'd rather try and create things and try and steer away. It's nice to see what people are up to and see what's going on, but.
Yeah, because sometimes you can get a bit of inspiration from looking at your phone on those little reels and TikTok. So it's not all bad. It's not all bad. But yeah, it's like that. Again, it's just all comes down to balance, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think children are special, man. We were all, believe it or not, we were all kids once, and I was still bald with a massive beard. But yeah, it's you gotta go so quick.
Yeah,
and I think just trying to let them create their memories. Set a good foundation for people, the world that we live in and the way things are going. Fishing's so miles away from it all.
Yeah.
When you're on the bank and all these things are happening or whatever, you're like, I'm fishing, mate.
You close that gate, didn't you, to the lake, and it just
I know it's not like
shuts it away. It's nice.
Is it sort of like sticking a plaster over it a little bit?
It is in a way, but
it's escapism. It's being able to.
It's better than going to the pub and drinking 10 pints, isn't it?
It is, for me anyway. Like each their own. Do your own thing. I'm not going to preach to people about drinking or about habits. Like do what works for you. This just so happens to work for me and has bettered my life as a result.
And obviously your kids as well, which is great.
Yeah,
and
that's so cool. That's one of the best voice notes I've heard. That was great.
Oh, mate, it got me a bit.
Like
but yeah, I suppose that's kind of rounds off the podcast. But to finish on, obviously, you've supplied with your sponsors Sticky Baits, Solar, and PB Products, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Have given away the biggest prizes yet. 5 prizes to be precise. Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, tell us a bit about that and how do you want to play it?
So yeah, I think sticking with the theme. Obviously, we spoke about it. We might just having a juniors / dads or mums and lads entry system. Where I think beforehand, have you given it away based on the voice notes rather than?
We normally do something like that, but we never had a big giveaway like this.
I mean, how much are we talking the prize pot? Are we...
About 600 odd quid's worth of stuff.
About 600
quid.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, the first prize is.
Told you I was a hustler, didn't I, mate?
I know you are, hustler bustler. But yeah, I think the first prize you said was about 350 quid's worth.
Yeah.
And then...
So we got the Solar Mini Worldwide Pod and Buzz Bars.
Yeah.
Which I think retails for 350
God,
odd quid or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's a wicked prize. We've got Sticky Baits have kindly put together 3 separate bundles.
Yeah.
It's in the van actually, some of the gear.
Yeah.
We got I think 5 kilos of krill split in one bundle with some 16mm krill pop-ups.
Yeah. Like a match to hatch bundle.
Match to hatch bundle. A Sticky Baits cap. The second prize they pulled together. I think they've thrown in like floaters, pellets,
cap oil.
Or the other 2 prizes are that some bloodworm gear and stuff like that. But
so there's like 3 bait bundles that are like pretty big deal.
3 bait bundles, and then PB Products they're putting together a £100 terminal tackle bundle. So they do. If you haven't checked out PB Products, they do like jelly wire. Have you used that before?
Yeah.
They've got loads of these different lead systems and stuff that are really cool. Hooks. So yeah, they'll be. I don't know the ins and outs of what's going to be in them, but there'll be all sorts in there.
So yeah, basically, if you're watching this, keep your eyes on socials over the next few days and next week. Basically, this is going to drop on the 1st of September. But yeah, we'll be posting the photos of the 3 giveaways that we're going to do, and we was talking about doing it a bit differently. So if the mum and dad with son with a capture shot, if you post a capture shot and tag Boilliebus Media and United Anglers in it, and then hashtag
Get Kids Fishing.
That's
cool.
That way we can trace it. Like we can look back at all the hashtags and we can pick the lucky winners. There's going to be 5 winners on this one. And obviously you've heard the big prizes that we're going to be giving away. I think it will encourage people, and it'll be good to see as well. I can't wait to see the capture shots with fathers and sons, and even mum and the whole family as well. I've seen some of those. But yeah, if you're, it's got to be young as well. Yeah. You can't be 22, 25. You know, when you already got a good job and stuff. And we want to encourage the kids. So under 16, carpy shots, post it, and get involved.
That's a great idea. Yeah, cool. Thanks for the generosity. That's so cool.
Yeah, keep your eyes on socials, and thank you for coming on, mate. And thanks for being so open. There's your lovely mug that you get to take home with you.
It's lovely, mate. I do. With knocking the booze on the head, I do go through the tea. I probably have like 7 to 10 cups.
Nice.
Before lunchtime every day. So that'll come in handy.
And also I've given your son Oscar. Some stickers there and his own mug there.
Lovely, thank you, mate.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for coming on, and you have to do it again soon.
Pleasure.
Cheers, mate.